Today we're going to talk some history, sorcery, witchcraft, the Farmers Almanac forecast. So how about some witchcraft first? My 10th grade grandfather, you're looking at his grave there, Geroge Jacobs Sr. was one of the men killed in the Salem Witch Trials. And so there's going through my family tree, back to Geroge Jacobs. 1692 he was executed. It sounds like he was a crotchety old man, but was he actually a witch? Probably not. Was he forecasting weather? Maybe that's what he was accused of. They used to execute people for forecasting the weather, thinking it was witchcraft and sorcery. Fast forward 100 years later, you have the founding of the Old Farmers Almanac. 1792 is when the Old Farmers Almanac was started, and they had a secret forecasting formula. So this is their forecast. This was dropped yesterday for this winter. They're forecasting cold, snowy conditions. Big shock again. Now their accuracy is not very good. 52% only, which is basically random. A coin toss is 50-50 from the University of Illinois doing a study. But NOAA chose a 40% more accurate skill compared to random chance. So the Climate Prediction Center's long-range forecasts do have some skill and accuracy. Now, past 7 to 10 days, you're always going to have some pretty murky results. Let's recap last winter. It was very mild in the south and very dry. We were wetter than normal, cooler than normal, and the real cold stuff was in Western Canada. So this is showing precipitation anomalies, very dry in Louisiana, Texas, the deep south, and then through Florida, with Appalachia and the Ohio River Valley pretty wet. We were above normal for precip too, of course. Most of that fell as snow in the depths of winter. It was a very typical La Nina winter where we had colder than normal conditions from eastern Alaska and kind of hugging the Canadian Rockies to almost Minnesota with dry conditions in the south. And that's what really drove NOAA's weather forecast. But let's take a look at the Farmers Almanac. Basically, the only place that they had kind of some accuracy was Minnesota. Cold and dry. It was colder and drier than normal, but they also forecasted normal precip or even wet conditions in the south. It was the total opposite. This is the reality in both temperatures and precipitation. When we look at NOAA's forecasts, pretty darn close considering. They forecasted warmer than normal conditions in the south and east. We pretty much saw that. They weren't quite as far east as they needed to be on the cooler conditions, but precipitation-wise, they did pretty well too for much of the country. So last winter's forecast actually showed a pretty decent skill from the official forecast. So we'll dwell on that a bit. And their forecast right now for this upcoming winter, equal chances of being below or above normal. Better chances as you head into the northwest again. And it looks like we're probably gonna have another La Nina winter, a triple dip La Nina. So look for more on that. I'm gonna be writing up an article on what that means and how rare that is coming up soon. We have a front dragging across Minnesota today, so temporarily a little muggier out ahead of that today across southern Minnesota, but drier dew points will move back in. That muggy air will move back into Iowa, but not very far, just literally to the south in Iowa and Nebraska, and then start to march back northward again by Friday. But tomorrow will be more comfortable again. Here comes the muggier air Friday. This will play into our next chance of rain. Pretty good bet of some scattered showers already in southwestern Minnesota late tomorrow, but then into Friday further east. And the models are actually nudging a little closer to the Twin Cities with some of those more significant rainfall amounts. The European model is still the most aggressive, but the area of precipitation shifting a little further east. So fingers crossed, we do definitely need that moisture, and that's going to be steamy for a good chunk of the weekend. 87 today, slightly muggy, 82 tomorrow, much more comfortable. The dew points will be back in the 50s. And then Friday, we will have a lot of clouds around, not a total washout, but there are going to be scattered showers and a couple thunderstorms. Humid, very warm Saturday, upper 80s. I think we stay shy of 90, but it's going to feel like 90 anyway. And then the humidity should drop late Sunday. Monday, Tuesday looks more comfortable again.